Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Beyond the Gate. Enjoy today's video. Once again, welcome guys, and hope today you are going to like and subscribe to this video. We are buying some materials for our homestead. We are buying the manhole, deformed bars, cement, and some bricks to construct a few things at our homestead. And one of the things you quickly realize in Zim when you're buying something is that the prices are a little bit higher. That's one thing for sure. Certainly, the change is an issue. So if you're buying with cash, try to have some nearest to the dollar type of thing, and then that way you avert situations where you have to wait hours to look for change. But anyway, cement prices are up from 10 to about $11 per bag. That's PPC, the standard one, and we got like 40 bags according to our builders' recommendations. Now, for transport to move those bags around, well, we opted for our home business, which is my nephew is one of those guys that take stuff between cross-border transport, that is between South Africa and Zim. So if you are in South Africa and you want some kind of support in moving stuff around, my nephew is in that business and he can help you. As you can see, his trailer is quite huge and could accommodate 40 bags with ease. And we often use him to buy stuff in South Africa to send it back to Zim. And if you're around there, I can always give you his contacts and just do business from there. He's very reliable, that's one thing for sure. And if there's any changes to anything, he's able to get back to you guys and stuff like that. So we got 40 bags and it was time for us to think about going to get the deformed bars. We had to go and get some deformed bars, 16 millimeters, and they come in 6 meters length. So we bought, I think, 4 of them, and it wasn't that pricey really. Still is very affordable in Zim. I think that's one of the cheapest things in Zim is steel bars and all those things got to do with steel. I think perhaps maybe it's because we're producing it in Zim, but it's quite affordable, to be honest. And I would say that when you're buying these kind of things, obviously you need the measurements, because the guys sometimes they are not very helpful, which is another thing you have to adjust in Zim. Is customer service. There is no such a thing called customer service in Zim. It's just something that you dream of, things that you experience in other places, but never in Zim. In actual fact, they're doing you a favor. You are not a business customer or anything of the sort. They are doing you a favor. They are selling you this stuff. They are favoring you to get your things done. Otherwise, what would you do? Anyway, so we got those, quickly loaded them in the car, and it wasn't much of an issue. But in this instance, the guys were brilliant. They were helpful in loading the car and prepping the stuff for us. So we didn't have any issue in this particular instance. But in general, that's what you experience in Zim with customer service. So learn to be patient, learn not to speak too much. Don't try and use the so-called rights or whatnot. You be prepared not to return stuff. If you buy something, be almost 100% sure that's what you want, that's what you need, and it's the correct size. The moment it leaves the shop, sometimes you may not be lucky to get it back. So anyways, that's us going all the way to the homestead. Well, that's my nephew, to be honest, going all the way to the homestead and just when on arrival they got stuck, and so they had to swap the stuff from the trailer because the trailer is not it's not motorized, so anyway it doesn't have the power to pull itself. So anyway, to transfer the bags onto the main vehicle and then drive into the homestead. That's the tricky part with us. The road system there is not very good in terms of like the quality of the roads. But anyway, we got home, no issues, and the next thing is offloaded all the stuff that we got. That's the manhole for the septic tank and the roads, the brick force, and then also the cement bags. And last but not least, we had to wait for the big truck to come, not so much with many bricks, but about 5,000 bricks, and that was costing us about 15 cents per brick. And we bought them in China, and it's quite a good deal, I think, because they are machine pressed, they are furnace burned, so they are quite strong and they're durable. They're definitely going to outlive us. And so in the end, the truck also had the same problem, but they were able to maneuver it around and offloaded the truck with ease. Now, this is where the thing is. We have this guy that we also have subscribed to, and we watched him, and he was saying that, you know, these guys, when they are offloading, it's really a mess, and you have to really be there. You notice in this video that we had to ask them that please at least be kind to the bricks, because you end up breaking all of them, like most of them. So, but still we had the same issue. We had some breakages. You see, the way they are offloading is not even strategic. It's just really taking them off the vehicle, essentially. So in the end, we had some few breakages, but at least in this instance, it was quite negligible. But so that was it. And so all the material for constructing the stuff that we need, and as we had highlighted in the previous videos, we are going to construct some front entrance steps. We're going to construct the septic tank. We're going to do the beam filling, that is to complete, you know, between the roof and the beam, and we're going to fill in some more bricks there because we've got a lot there. And finally, as we come to the end of the video, I would like to thank you guys for liking and subscribing and commenting. We really appreciate that, and hopefully we'll see you on the next few videos where we're showing you the stuff that we managed to build with the material we bought.